What's humming? Humming is like this. When you, for example, I'm gonna hum a song right now, okay? So like, this is a hum, their humming sound. When you do that, you can feel your vocal cords vibrating. So in this case, you can say that's voiced. So put in your finger, your throat, and pronounce the letter L. You'll notice slight vibration in your neck, throat. This is because it is voiced sound. And again, when you speak English, you don't need to keep your hands on your throat to check if it's voiced. No. This is very specific, as I told you. As long as you make yourself understood, that's what it counts at the end of the day. You know that. But if you want really enhance, master your pronunciation, you need to know the differences between t, d, and id. But Fabio, I went to the States and my friend there didn't even use the ed. Like, where was your friend from? No, he was native speaker. Are you sure about that? Because sometimes people say that, but it's not true. Native speakers, they use the ed. The problem, because the ed normally comes with the preposition, and then the sound's not going to be the same. I remember there was watching like an interview with the episode that we have Will Smith and Chris Rock. Well, you know what happened exactly. Will Smith got on stage, he smacked like Chris Rock in the face. And a lady was talking about like this situation, and then she went like, you know what? One thing that I did when I went to high school, and she was explaining what her experience, and she said, you know what? I walked off. If you just pay attention, maybe you're going to go like, where is the ed? I can't hear that. But she said it. She said, I walked. When she said walked, it's ed. Because the last letter of walk, as in work, it's the letter K, but the sound is voiceless. And then she used the preposition off. So she produced the sound. I walked off. So they use the ed, but not the way Brazilian use the ed. No, it's not the point, okay? Then I want you also to know one thing. As I said, the ed can be pronounced as t, d, and id. And now we are going to study each of them separately. Let's start with the sound of t sound. And then we're going to go to the last paragraph. Yeah, the last one. It means if the last consonant of the word is voiceless, I can repeat again to you what a voiceless is. When you don't use your voice, if you don't use your voice, there is no vibration, and the ed is going to be sounded like t. Then the ed is pronounced as letter T, as T. But the sound of T is T. Be careful not to create an actual syllable or id. That's the problem. So if I say talk in the present, the past tense is talked. Then you can ask me, okay, I have a question. Talk. I talk to you every day. This is the present. This is a routine. If you want to say this sentence in the past, how is it going to be like? Because maybe you're thinking like, talk, the past, talked. And I have the preposition to. So I'm going to say, I talked to you yesterday, for example, right? No. Why not? Because in English, when you have two similar sounds, they drop one sound. Yeah, believe it. So for example, the verb talk in the past is talked. Yeah, it's right. According to my explanation here, talk, the last letter K, the sound of letter K, voiceless, the ed is going to be pronounced t, talked. Fantastic. But then you have a preposition after that starts with the letter T, 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 to. Then you have a talk, t, to, two sounds, t, t. They drop one. So you can pronounce the verb talk with the preposition to as if you have the present. If you say in the present, I talk to you every day, in the past, this sentence is going to be the same. I talked to you yesterday. Yeah, they are not going to put two sounds, like t, t, similar sound. Another example, coffee, right? So black coffee. So what's the sound of, the last sound of black? What's the first sound of coffee? Similar sound. Similar. So what they do, basically they drop out the sound, one of this. They go like, oh, can I have black coffee, please? This black becomes black. In a sentence, so can I have black coffee, please? Black coffee, please. You don't say black. Two similar sounds. So that's why the past tense of talk is talked. But you have the preposition to. In this case, you can pronounce as if you have the simple present. No big deal, okay? Because you can have two similar sounds. It's even difficult to produce. So in this case, you can drop one of the sounds. So, as I said here, kissed. Kissed. This verb is sometimes is very challenging for students because the students, they always say kiss, kiss, kiss. We are going to have a class about this. This is what we call minimal pairs. And minimal pairs are very important to differentiate like the E sound from E sound. You don't say kiss. Maybe here in Salvador, go, deu esse kiss aí, véi. This is the way maybe we pronounce like. But in English, you say kiss. It's not key, it's kiss. But I think we have a word key. Yeah, key, for example, the key of my car, the key of the door, it's K-E-Y. And you have to be careful with this. It's key, K-E-Y. As I say, money. Because the E-Y should be pronounced like this. E, not money. This is very common. People say money, no, money. Where are you going to travel? I'm going to Disney. What is this place? If you say Disney, they're going to go like, where? No, Disney. The E-Y sounds like E. It's Disney. Money. Key. Paul McCartney. Bob Marley. Not lay. That's no A. It's E-Y. You pronounce like E. So key is different from K. Key is K-E-Y. And it should be pronounced like E. But if I say kiss, kiss, I'm not saying E, I'm saying E. Well, I normally, if you were from the south of Brazil, people have this for the alphabet. They say D-A, they say D-A, like, here in Salvador, like Bahia, people say E, right? But it's good. It's almost like E, like kiss, kiss, kiss. Then in this case, if you pay attention to the last sound, is S, because the letter S. Fabio, I don't remember the sounds of the letters. So you can go back to my previous class and check this out. The sound of letter S is S. So if I say kiss, the past is kissed, kissed. No kiss, kissed. No, not kissed. No, it's kissed, kissed. As you can see up there, kissed, like K-I-S-T. Park, parked, because you have the letter K. Help, 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 helped. I helped you. I helped you. And again, we study here the sounds. So when I just pronounce the word separately, you can see this very clearly. But remember, in English, you always link everything. You put everything together. You compress the words. I helped you, man. I helped you is the past tense. If I say I help you, is the present. But if I say help to you, is in the past. So you need to know exactly the difference between them. An example with the word helped. This is a very good example. If you add one more syllable like id, do you know what's going to happen? It's very likely that people will not understand the word or what you are saying. So you can add one more syllable because sometimes students make this mistake. If you say helped, they're going to go like, what? They don't understand. It sounds like, oh my God, they're not going to understand that. Not really. And don't be surprised because they are not familiar with that. They are not accustomed to hearing that. So it means that they're not going to understand. I have a friend, he came from the States. And he was there. So Fabio was there with an American family and stuff. And I said, no, today I want to see Netflix. And then they were say, well, I'm sorry, what do you want to see? Netflix. And they was like, I'm sorry, what was that? And then he showed and so, oh, Netflix. Completely different. Because but that's ridiculous. They can't really understand. No, they are not familiar with Netflix. This is ours. It's Netflix, not E, it's E. Minimal pairs. Again, I'll show you the difference between E and E. So if I say, I'm going to the beach, that's beach. I'm going to the beach. But if you just change beach to bitch, so it's not positive. You know what I'm saying? So I am going to see the sea. E. We're going to study this. Don't worry. Oh, I'm going to take a ship to go to Itaparica Island. A ship? Like, meh. No. You're going to take a ship. That's a big difference, right? Once I was in the classroom and there was a teacher there explaining things, kind of stuff. She was like, actually, it was one of the first class at the course I used to work at. So, and then she said to the students, I want you guys get here this piece of shit. And the students were like looking at her, but like she mispronounced. So when I say sheet, can you give me a piece of sheet? S-H-E-E-T. Or maybe sheet is the cloth that you cover yourself. If it's normally you cover the mattress, like mattress where you sleep. No, you normally cover yourself with a blanket. But you say sheet, don't say shit, because it's different, right? Shit, it's a bad word. Shit, it's a different thing, okay? So be careful with this. But this is something that we're going to study carefully. Don't get so stressed out. And then I continue explaining here to you one thing. The T sound comes as a surprise to many students. It is a very soft T sound, such as in carrot. There's something else I would like to talk about pronunciation itself. Normally, when you have the T at the end, sometimes it's very difficult to identify that, I have to say. Only if I speak like slowly. I'm going to buy some carrots. You want a carrot? A carrot? This T is slightly pronounced. And sometimes we got to really have a flap words. Sometimes we don't pronounce the T or D. Let me give you an example. The verb. What's the verb? I'm going to stand up here. So if I stand up here, you say, Fabio, you say, sit. No, it's not right. The verb is sit. Because it's S-I-T. Sit. But if you use a noun, Fabio, please come and have a seat. Now it's S-E-A-T. Now you're right. But sometimes to make the difference between seat, have a seat, and a word like seed. What's a seed? Like, for example, seed could be food for birds. S-E-E-D. Pay attention, because you have to analyze the context. I suppose I'm here and someone's knocking upon the door and I'm going to say, okay, come in and have a seat. I want to talk to you. Which one did I use? Did I say S-E-A-T, have a seat? Or did I say S-E-E-D, seed? The context. If I say, someone's knocking on or upon the door and I say, come in and have a seat. I'm saying, okay, grab a chair and sit down. You get the context. Come in, I want to talk to you. Have a seat. But if I say, do you have a pet? Yes, I do have a pet. What's your pet? A bird. Do you put seed for your birds? Do you think I'm saying, do you put a seed? No, it's the food. S-E-E. If you enjoyed this tip, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and hit the notification bell for more update. And do not forget to share this video with a friend. That could be useful for them too. Leave it here in the comments what would you like to see in the next video. I'll see you guys.